Get into this. We've got this amazing tasking to the extreme. What's next? Okay, let's get into this. We've got this amazing document in front of us. It feels like, I don't know, the ultimate backstage pass, but it's planned like a military operation.
It really is something else.
Yeah.
You're doing a deep dive today into the Carney City 2027 tour proposal.
Yeah, and it's this incredibly detailed pitch, just bursting with creativity, but also, like you said, super structured.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a full proposal sent to Oatly, the oat milk company, as a potential partner.
Mm.
And the core idea is this 10-city, 10-act traveling musical showcase.
But it's more than just a showcase, right? It's designed as this narrative journey through a whole fictional city, Carney City.
That's the hook. Each neighborhood in this fictional city gets represented by a different style of music. It's this blend of high art concept and, well, road trip.
And the document itself, it covers everything: logistics, budget, who they need to hire, even down to the sponsor appeals.
The whole thing. What really stands out, though, is how much it focuses on making it fun, injecting creativity into this really intense structure.
Right. It's not just a tour. The document frames it as like traveling performance art. Maximize the creativity, the joy, the surprises for the audience.
Yeah, and for us looking at this, the aha moment is that contrast. This really ambitious, narrative, almost dreamlike musical journey.
Bolted onto this incredibly realistic, down-to-earth logistical plan. Camping, tight schedules, specific gear moves spelled out.
Exactly. Calculating coffee costs,
Yeah.
playing who moves the amps when. It's audacious, I think is the word. But joyous, too.
Yeah.
All held together by spreadsheets.
It kind of shows you, doesn't it, that big creative energy needs a solid foundation. You can't just wing something this complex.
Definitely not.
So let's start with the creative side, the map itself, this 10-act journey that shapes the whole experience.
Absolutely. It's the backbone.
Yeah.
The show is structured chronologically, mapping this route through Carney City.
So the audience is kind of moving through the city with the music.
Precisely. From, like, the outskirts inwards, getting more intense. It gives it a clear structure, but one that's constantly changing, keeping it fresh.
Okay, so where does it start? The proposal lays it out act by act.
It begins with acts 1, 2, and 3. They call this the Southern Horizon. These are 3 separate one-person acts.
Like singer-songwriters.
Yeah, the document suggests guitar and vocals probably, but it keeps it flexible. Says it could be MC, piano recital, or whatever.
Yeah.
Very intimate, sets a personal tone before things ramp up.
Okay, so starting small, then act 4.
Act 4 is reaching the city limits, fork the road.
Uh-huh.
So you're crossing a boundary. The sound expands here. It's a 6-piece band focused on acoustic instruments and percussion.
What kind of vibe?
The notes mention a huge range, actually, from like a Garcia Grisman acoustic jam feel
Oh, okay.
to coffeehouse rock, maybe some Irish folk, or even an MTV Unplugged kind of sound.
Hmm.
So real versatility needed from the players.
Then act 5 throws you right into it.
Yep, Act 5, deep in the big city, run to the train station, energy spike. This is your classic 5-piece rock and roll band.
The full setup.
2 guitars, drums, bass, and an organ. Big city sounds that rush. The stage plot alone needs 8 inputs. It's a jump in scale.
And then things get weird. Act 6 has a pretty wild title.
Oh, yeah. Act 6. Are you sure about this? I think we took the wrong train. All caps, multiple question marks, and exclamation points.
Okay, so what's the music for the wrong train?
It's bluegrass, a total shift, a 6-piece ensemble again.
But the setup sounds really specific here.
It's pure performance art, this bit. Classic Grand Ole Opry style, it says. They plan to use just one condenser microphone, center stage.
One mic for 6 people.
Just one, with only the bass getting a separate line in.
Wow. Okay, artistically, that's cool.
Yeah.
Forces them to gather around, balance themselves. Very old school.
Exactly. It demands choreography, physical interaction, blending their sound acoustically for that single mic. It becomes visual theater.
But logistically, that sounds like a nightmare, especially coming right after the loud rock band setup.
Huge challenge. You got to clear all the amps, the organ, the drum mics,
Everything.
and replace it with this incredibly sensitive single mic setup, all within the show's tight running order. It's a major technical hurdle baked into the creative vision.
Okay, so after the bluegrass detour, do they get back on track?
They do. Act 7, back on course, down by the shipyard. The sound shifts again. Gritty, raw. It's a 3-piece band.
Like a power trio.
Kinda. The description is swamp, funk blues, rockabilly. So yeah, raw, rootsy, reflecting that industrial waterfront vibe. Totally different again.
Then where? Moving up.
Literally. Act 8.
Moving on up. Downtown, top of skyscraper. A big shift in mood and sound.
Party time.
Total party time. A 6-piece party dance band. This is meant to be the peak, The big celebration, maximum energy, get the audience moving.
Sounds exhausting just listening to this lineup.
Right. But there's still more. Act 9 brings a change of pace again. The races, down by the airport.
What's that sound like?
It's described as good old-fashioned freakout. A 5-piece band. Seems like it's meant to be chaotic, maybe a bit unsettling, setting up the end.
And the finale. Act 10. Act 10. Rave Under the Bridge. It starts as a DJ dance party. Just one person spinning.
And then?
Then it evolves into a final rave segment needing 3 people, bringing the whole journey through Carney City to this big, possibly chaotic, high-energy conclusion.
Wow. Okay, so 10 acts, 10 completely different sounds and setups every single night.
In 10 different cities.
To pull that off, you need some seriously flexible musicians.
Absolutely. And that leads right into how they plan to staff this. It's very specific. They weren't hiring established bands.
No, why not?
They wanted individual musicians, players who are versatile, experienced, and definitely road-ready. People who can jump between genres.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense for this kind of show.
It's a really clever management move, too. The proposal is quite blunt about it. It says this approach allows management to blockbust any potential revolts.
Blockbuster revolt, seriously.
Yeah. If you hire individuals, you don't import pre-existing band drama or politics. Management can build the perfect ensemble for each act, each night, and maintain creative control. Less chance of a whole band refusing to do something.
Okay, pragmatic. And what's expected of these musicians? Just show up and play.
Oh, no. It's much more demanding. Each person signs up for 2 musical sets per show.
All right.
And 1 essential non-musical job.
Yeah.
Things like handling security, driving, working the front office.
So they're crew as well as musicians.
Pretty much. Plus, there's the expectation of all hands on deck whenever needed because the schedule is so packed. It's a huge commitment.
And creatively, how do they manage the actual music, the songs?
They have the song banks rule. Each genre, each act, has a pre-approved list of songs musicians can draw from.
Like a repertoire list.
Exactly. But with a key guideline. Prioritize original music whenever possible.
Nice. So encouraging new stuff within the structure.
Yeah. But then there's this other rule that sounds challenging. The unlimited secret vetoes.
Unlimited secret vetoes. What does that mean?
It means any musician can secretly veto any song they're assigned if they really hate playing it.
Any song, secretly.
That's what it says.
Mhm.
The idea, according to the document, is to make sure nobody is forced to play music they despise, keeping morale high, making it more rewarding.
Okay, I get the intention. That sounds really nice for the musicians. But practically, how does that even work?
That's the question, isn't it? Imagine the daily scramble. 10 musicians, each potentially vetoing songs secretly. Management would have to constantly juggle set lists, find replacements, renegotiate.
While they're also trying to travel, set up camp, do sound checks, film scenes.
Exactly. It seems like an administrative nightmare. Does the morale boost outweigh that massive logistical headache? It's a bold choice.
It really highlights that core tension again, doesn't it? This intense focus on individual creative joy, even if it makes the military-style logistics even harder.
Precisely. It's prioritizing the performer's authentic connection to the music above almost everything else.
All right, let's switch gears to that military side then. The logistics. How are they actually going to move this whole circus around?
The road plan is tight. 10 cities, mainly in the Northeast corridor.
Whereabouts?
Starts up in Vermont, mentions Radio Bean in Burlington, Charlie O's in Montpelier specifically, then down through Massachusetts, Connecticut, mentions Boston, Worcester, Hartford, heading towards Philly and Baltimore.
Any specific venue types?
Yeah, seems like a mix, some known indie spots, some maybe more underground. It mentions wanting the other warehouse in Philly, and there's a little lament that Tobacco Road in NYC isn't around anymore. Shows they have specific cultural spots in mind.
And the crew carrying all this out, how many people?
Surprisingly lean, actually. A 13-person crew per show. That includes the 10 musician slots.
So only 3 dedicated non-musician staff.
Well, musicians are pulling double duty with jobs, remember. But yeah, key named roles are Chris Kelleher, the resident artist live painter.
A live painter throughout the show.
Seems like it. Adding this constant visual element. Then Elia Spears as front office coordinator. She's got to be the one handling those vetoes and the money, I guess.
Busy job.
And Royce Clay as the narrator MC. The voice tying the whole Carney City journey together each night.
Okay, 13 people on the road. Where are they staying?
Motels?
Nope. Campgrounds.
Seriously, camping for the whole tour.
That's the plan. 4 campsites per night. They call it the Appalachian Trail and less Oregon Trail philosophy. Pack light, stay mobile, keep costs down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That adds another layer of difficulty and potential grit.
Definitely adds to the endurance factor. But they did plan for some breaks. They aimed for 2-night stays in the same campground at least 3 times during the 10-day run.
Smart. Gives them a chance to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. Essential for admin, laundry, maybe fixing gear, doing the media stuff that needs a stable connection. It's practical maintenance built into the schedule.
And that daily schedule, the proposal calls it grueling, right? Like a film shoot, explicitly. Grueling film shoot style. It's designed to squeeze value out of every single hour, from dawn till well past midnight.
Walk us through a typical day. It starts early.
7 a.m., straight into press piece, podcasts, radio interviews. Get the media done while people are hopefully somewhat fresh.
Good strategy. Leverage the unique story.
But then, 8:00 a.m., they shift immediately to filming movie scenes.
Movie scenes. So this isn't just a concert tour, it's also a film production.
Seems so. Only 3 people are officially on camera for filming slots. But that means the other 10 are essentially the film crew, helping set up shots, manage gear, whatever's needed, using the road trip itself as the backdrop.
Okay, multitasking to the extreme. What's next?
9:00 a.m.,
Right.
a quick safety meeting. Essential when you're breaking down and setting up camp daily with a crew this size. Then 9:30 a.m., it's go time. Break camp, travel, set up camp at the next location, all ideally done by noon.
While also doing more press.
Yep. The press team leaves midday, but there are slots for radio interviews and even a book tour segment, maybe related to the organizer's poetry. It's relentless.
When do they actually prep for the show?
Afternoon, 4:00 p.m. is sound check. Then, 5:03 p.m., a really crucial bit, a table reading of the play.
The play.
Yeah, presumably the MC's script, the narrative that links the musical acts. They read it through to make sure everyone's aligned on the story, the feel of Kearney City for that night's show.
Makes sense. Keep the story coherent.
And then, at 6:03 p.m., something interesting. Qigong.
Qigong, like meditative exercise, right before the show.
Exactly. Only 2 people scheduled on for this, but it seems like a deliberate wellness break, a way to manage the stress, shift focus from logistics back to performance energy before the 5-hour marathon begins.
Smart. Build in some stress management.
Definitely needed.
Yeah.
Because showtime is intense. Doors at 7:00 p.m., then a juggling demonstration at 7:30 p.m.
Juggling.
Yeah, maybe to keep the early crowd entertained. Then 8:00 p.m. sharp, the first act starts, and it pretty much rolls nonstop, with transitions every 15 to 45 minutes for the different acts.
All the way.
1:15 a.m. is the start of the DJ Dance Party rave finale, and the whole thing wraps up with a group photo at 2:00 a.m., then presumably collapse, ready to do it all again at 7 a.m.
Just wow. The endurance needed is phenomenal.
And remember that logistical nightmare we talked about, the transition between the rock band and the bluegrass band.
Single mic setup, yeah.
The plan details it. While the bluegrass musicians are getting ready, the other 7 crew members who aren't playing in that set have to move all the rock gear. Amps, organ, drums.
Where do they take it?
All the way to the truck, it says. A full manual gear haul mid-show.
That's intense physical work under pressure.
And here's the truly Kearney City detail. The proposal notes that while this gear move is happening, legal online betting, specifically Chuck-a-Luck, is taking place in the truck.
Wait, they're running a dice game in the gear truck during the show?
Apparently. That's the image. Organized chaos. Musicians hauling gear past a betting game, then rushing back for the next act. It perfectly captures the blend of rigorous planning and, well, sheer unpredictable fun.
That explains why they need to pay people well.
Exactly. This level of sustained effort and craziness demands proper compensation.
So let's talk about the money. The pitch to Oatly, how did they approach that?
It was really personalized. The organizer starts by stating he's a longtime vegan and a huge Oatly fan. Calls himself a super fan.
Flattery gets you everywhere.
Well, it shows genuine connection. He says he appreciates their vision, humor, and product. It's not just a cool pitch. It's coming from someone who gets the brand.
And what was the angle? What's in it for Oatly?
He's very direct about the marketing value. The tour's mission, he says, is to convert new customers while locating and identifying your hidden superfans.
Ah, so reaching beyond the existing base.
Exactly. And he emphasizes the value of word-of-mouth street cred, calling it priceless. Basically arguing this unique, weird, creative tour will generate buzz that money can't usually buy.
Okay, makes sense. What about the actual budget? How much did this whole thing cost?
The detailed estimate is incredibly specific. $164,740 for the whole 10-day, 13-person operation.
That seems kind of low for something this ambitious.
Well, remember the camping and lean philosophy. But the biggest chunk is staffing. $143,000.
Okay, so most of the money goes to the people doing the work. How does that break down?
It works out to $1,000 per staff member per day or show, plus a $100 daily food stipend, the per diem.
$1,000 a day plus food? That's pretty good.
It's solid compensation, reflecting the intensity of the work. And that per diem has a brilliant justification in the notes.
Oh, yeah. What's the reason?
It says, and I quote,
Uh-huh.
"Musicians are slobs, and we won't have the extra minutes each day to be washing dishes on a camp stove."
Huh. Brutally honest, and probably true.
It's actually genius management.
Right.
Pay for their food, eliminate the time suck of cooking and cleaning at campsites. It keeps everyone focused on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Performing, traveling, filming, it buys efficiency and maintains the schedule. Worth every penny of that $100 a day.
Looking closer at the budget, $2,400 for campgrounds.
Yep.
Okay. $10,025 for transport, $225 specifically for coffee,
Essential fuel.
and $1,485 for bribes and trinkets.
Yeah, the diplomacy fund, swag for the crew, maybe little gifts for venue staff or local contacts, the grease that keeps the wheels turning smoothly in indie venues.
Okay, so the cost is around $165K. What were they asking Oatly for?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. The initial cost estimate was closer to $160K. The first planned ask was $300 build in a cushion for promotion, upgrades, things going wrong.
Sensible.
But then the organizer apparently looked at Oatly's profits, and the final ask jumped to $500,000.
Whoa. From a $160K cost to a $500K ask. That's bold.
It is, but it's presented cleverly. He doesn't just pocket the extra $200K. He suggests Oatly use that money to send their own small team and van along for the ride.
Framing it as facilitating Oatly's deeper involvement.
Exactly. Makes the bigger number seem justified as an investment by Oatly in the partnership. It's smart negotiation. And he includes the line, "Whoever pays the piper calls a tune," acknowledging their control.
And how did they deliver this audacious proposal? Email.
Oh, no. Much more memorable. It was time to arrive at Oatly's Philly lab on Halloween, 103-125, Vermont time.
Leaning into the Carney City vibe.
Totally. And it wasn't just the document, it was a whole care package.
What's in it?
2 printouts of the plan, naturally,
Right.
but also a stuffed plush pumpkin, a little skull, Carney City stickers,
Fun seasonal stuff.
and, crucially, a kitschy burlap bag of specific vegan chocolates. New Prophecy vegan chocolates, which he notes he saved for the team, reinforcing that shared vegan connection.
Nice touch. Anything else?
The kicker, his own signed poetry book.
His poetry book?
Yeah. He writes that he found it serendipitously in one of those little free library boxes on the roadside. And he included it specifically for his contact person at Oatly, someone named Ali.
Okay, that's incredibly personal for a corporate sponsorship pitch.
It completely changes the dynamic, doesn't it? It's not just a proposal. It's a story, a connection. He even tells Ali to eat the chocolate but save the book for the next time they meet. It's high-touch, unforgettable marketing, guaranteed to stand out.
This whole thing really hinges on whether you believe the organizer can actually pull it off, though. What's his background?
That's key. The organizer, Joe Spears, his main job for over 15 years, middle school science teacher.
A science teacher. How does that prepare you for this?
Think about it. Teachers manage chaos daily. They have to be organized, solve problems on the fly, deal with group dynamics, enforce rules diplomatically, handle safety.
Okay, I see it. Managing a classroom isn't that different from managing a touring crew, maybe?
Plus, he has the musical chops. The proposal mentions he's done 4 previous tours, played over 75 venues on multiple instruments, and produced over 200 albums.
200 albums. Okay, so he knows music production, sound, and likely has a huge network of musicians to draw from.
Exactly the versatile players he needs for this project. And the idea itself, Carney City, apparently hit him all at once after achieving a long-held goal, hearing his own music in a movie theater. Inspired by John Williams, not Motley Crue, he notes.
Feels like the culmination of a lot of different threads for him.
Definitely. And the proposal includes these little anecdotes that really give you the flavor, the weird vibes, as he calls them.
Like,
There's the Valerian Root story from 1998. Making happy Halloween tapes, drinking ginseng tea with valerian root extract drops, and hearing a prophecy, out of the ashes of the dead, a new army will arise.
okay, giving the tour a bit of mythic destiny.
Right. And the same night, apparently, they played a party where the naked Wookiee in line for the keg turned out to be our drummer.
A naked Wookiee drummer. Seriously.
Including that detail is perfect. It shows he understands and embraces the exact kind of joyful, weird, unpredictable energy the tour aims for. It screams authentic subculture cred.
It paints quite a picture.
Even his mention of practicing Qigong for 5 years ties back in. He jokes it resulted in the universe putting a vegan chocolate shop next to his house, though he still has to walk around the block to get there.
Dedication yields results, but maybe not always conveniently.
It's a good metaphor for the whole project, maybe. So the final status in the document.
The Eagle has flown the coop. The package was sent. Now they wait 90 days for Oatley's decision, keeping the plan refined. And he stresses he only wants to work with Ollie, his initial contact. You are the only one with my contact info, keeping it exclusive.
High stakes, personal pitch.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive, it's been fascinating. What are the main takeaways from this Carney City proposal?
I think first, it's that incredible blend. High concept art, the musical journey through a fictional city, fused with hyper-detailed, almost military-level logistics. Camping, schedules, safety protocols.
Yeah, the discipline underneath the creativity. Second.
The staffing model is really smart, hiring versatile individuals, not bands, for flexibility, and paying them well, including that crucial food per diem to ensure they can handle the grueling schedule and focus on the performance and the filming.
Buying efficiency and commitment. And third.
That sponsorship pitch. So unconventional, so personal, relying on genuine brand affinity, shared values, and that totally unique care package, the vegan chocolate, the poetry book. Proving personality can cut through corporate noise.
It really is a celebration, isn't it? What happens when you harness intense discipline in service of just boundless, joyful, slightly weird creativity?
Absolutely. Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener. This Carney City plan, it's budgeted down to the last dollar. Remember the $225 for coffee, the $14.85 for bribes and trinkets. The organizer is selling Oatley on converting customers and gaining that priceless street cred.
Right.
So, considering the sheer ambition, the creativity, the absolute uniqueness of this home endeavor, how much financial value would you actually place on that kind of word-of-mouth street cred? Is that intangible buzz truly where the biggest return on investment lies for a project this wild?